Hello everyone, I'm Kramvi, the head girl of the school.
And I am Fotis Pentaris, the head boy. In this video, we will briefly explain the new student progress report, what has changed, why, and how to navigate through.
Previously, progress reports, particularly the winter reports, consisted mainly of a list of grades and indicated effort, useful, but they did not always tell the full story. Your progress across the cohort and your target grade, your attendance, behavior, or how you contributed to school life, or teacher comments that would help students achieve progress. Nowadays, more and more universities request to look at school progress reports, particularly universities in the US and Europe. And based on this reality, the school has moved to a more holistic progress report format. The new report brings together academic results, effort, behavior, attendance, and involvement in the school community so that more information is made available for each student who is now seen as a whole person. It also includes teacher comments per subject studied for improvement. Therefore, we may conclude that the report has been significantly revamped.
Georgia has just explained the rationale underlying the new progress report. Let us now navigate through the new report template and see what it indicates. Let us start with page 1.
Page 1 is a snapshot. At the top, you will see the report title and the reporting period. For example, Term 1, 2025-2026, followed by the student name, which is the student's legal name as this is an official school document, year and form, and the photo. Underneath, the reporting period dates and attendance show how many days were attended along with absences. Authorized absences, for example, attending university interviews or taking a receipt exam, have been added in the present total and are in favor of the student, but they do not appear separately on the report. Justified absences are those where the school is provided with the reason and relevant documentation for the absence. For example, a medical note due to sickness, whilst unjustified absence is absence for which the school has no justification. The presence and absence rates should equal to 100%. Good attendance is one of the strongest foundations for progress, so this is a key area to look at first.
Still on page 1, the behavior score takes the average of behavior ratings recorded during the term by student, subject, teachers, and for tutors. Many students will see outstanding or very good. If there have been concerns, there will be reflected on the ratings and the average behavior score. Next on page 1 is contribution to community life. This recognizes participation in ECAs such as clubs, productions, and other activities, because being a student here is about more than just grades. Note that participation in support lessons does not show here. Under contribution to community life, we also indicate participation in the Duke of Edinburgh program, both stages completed and those still in progress. If this section is not included in a student's report, it means that student has not engaged in ECAs and or the Duke of Edinburgh scheme. At the bottom of page 1, the subject overview chart gives a visual summary across all subjects, so you can see quickly where the student is doing particularly well and where there may be room for improvement. There is also a comparison between a student's performance and the cohort average. By cohort, we mean all students in the year studying the subject. If a cohort average does not exist in a subject, this is because the cohort size is very small, which makes the averages less meaningful.
Pages 2 to 4 contain subject details, all in the same format. At the top of page 2, there is a target grade. This is the CAT4 for years 2, 4, and 6. For year 3, there is the student's mid-year grade. For year 1s and 7, there will be no target grade. This grade is to guide you regarding the potential that students have.
Below that, you will see the subject and teacher, the student CA average as a percentage, the cohort CA average as well as the student's attainment score, which derives from common assessments and formative assessments done so far. The formative assessments do not appear on the report, and the cohort average attainment score, which allows you to view a student's performance in the context of the year group. Another form of comparison is to see the attainment score versus the target grade where it exists. For years 4 to 7, other than the CA average, you will also see the total number of CAs completed. So for example, if in year 5 economics IGCSE there were 3 CAs in the term and a student took all of them, then you will see 3 out of 3.
Each subject also has an aptitude to learning, ATL rating. This is not a new feature. It appeared on the old report as well. This reflects students' effort, organization, participation, and willingness to improve. On the final page, you will find an ATL grading key explaining what each description means. Equally important are the teacher comments. This is personalized feedback on what is going well, what needs attention, and practical next steps for improvement. Students and parents should read this section carefully. It's the part that most directly supports improvement.
On the last page, you will see 3 sections that help you to interpret everything. The attainment grade explanation and grading key shows how marks translate into grades based on and explains the grade boundaries used. The attitude to learning grading key explains the ATL scale used on the subject pages. Finally, the headmaster and/or form tutor name and date issued confirm when the report was finalized and who has reviewed it.
So how should families use these reports? Start with page 1 to get the overall picture: attendance, behavior, engagement beyond the classroom, and the subject overview. Then look at the information provided for each subject and notice patterns. For example, are there subjects where attainment is strong but ATL is lower, suggesting the student could be putting in more consistent effort? Or subjects where ATL is very positive but the marks have not yet caught up? Or is the student consistently underperforming in relation to the cohort and his target grade and he can be supported further? Use the teacher comments to understand what the student should be focusing on next term to improve. For example, improving homework punctuality, revising regularly for common assessments, or contributing more in classroom discussions.
These new reports are more than just a record at the end of the term. They are a tool for reflection and conversation between students, parents, tutors, and teachers so that we can spot issues early, recognize achievements, and support every student to reach their potential. At the same time, these reports provide a more all-around picture of the students' achievements and progress that many universities would like to see.
Thank you for watching. We hope this helps you understand the new student progress reports and how to make the most of them.
If you have any questions about your report, please contact the school after the Christmas break, since the release date of reports for years 4 to 7 is the 23rd of December, after which the school will be closed. Years 1 to 3 students will get their reports on the 13th of January. The school will ask for your feedback regarding the quality of the new reports and suggestions for further improvements after the Christmas break.
As students, we endorse the new report format and appreciate the rationale behind it. Thank you.